Welcome back, traders. Second portion of our show, market movers. We just also got GDP. Didn't really seem to affect the market much. Dennis, where do you want to start on this Thursday?
Might as well start with our driver today. All the European banks, obviously the deal over there for Greece is driving all your European banks much higher here this morning. Just looking at a few of these, like Deutsche Bank, DB, stock closed at 40.11, trading 46.17. Crazy move for that one. A couple other ones here like ING trading up over a buck. RBS trading up, some of these things are up over 10% here. So it's going to be an impressive day for all these European banks, Joel.
Okay, just give you some pre-market levels here and then just what the charts are telling us. So far, this Deutsche Bank is topped out at 46.60, so let's keep an eye on that level. Above that, I'm looking at the high from August 12th at 47.10. Barclays, lower price stock, but still popping nonetheless. Barclays has topped out here at the 1336 level in the pre-mark with a little volume. Don't see a whole lot of resistance in that up until the 1474 level. RBS, once again, a lower price stock that seems to be topping out here in the 923 area. I have that 920 area circled as resistance. Really opens up after that, really up until $11 area. UBS doesn't seem to be getting as big a boost as some of these other stocks that seem to really top out here. You got someone stepping in right here at 1374. Above that level, I'm looking at 1475. Credit Suisse, a little higher price stock. That seems to be topping out in the pre-market at 30.79. That coincides nicely with the 31.12. So if you want to get a play in there at the 31 area, I'm looking at that as resistance. Once again, another lower price stock that seems to be topping out in the pre-market just under $10. Above that, I'm looking for 11.14.
Yeah, and obviously your U.S. financials are going to be driven up by this news over there as well, because a lot of them do hold Greek debt as well. So you got stocks like Wells Fargo trading up over $1, Citigroup trading up $2, Goldman Sachs is up $4, Morgan Stanley's up over $1 from 16.59 to 17.71. So this is a financial-driven rally today. Your financials are going to be relatively strong, and when all these components are put together, that means some of your other components of your S&P might be a little relative weak. So just saying, you might see some of your tech stocks up 1 to 2%, where your financials would be up, 3 to 4%, and that's where you get this 2.3% on the S&P. So don't be shocked if you're trading some tech stocks and they don't open up to 2.4% here this morning. Let's just move on.
Just real quickly, Dennis, fundamental thing here. I mean, we'll just keep an eye on this day where these stock open and how they traded. I mean, is this truly an end to the European bank crisis, or is this just throwing trillions of dollars after bad money? I mean, it is probably no one's saying that on CNBC, but is this truly the cure-all that's going to turn Europe around?
Probably not. This is more like a Band-Aid to keep us from getting into a credit crisis here when really you need surgery. So I don't think, this is going to change everything over there. And it wouldn't surprise me, obviously, if, some sellers did come into these crazy rallies. You get stocks like Deutsche Bank up 6 points here. You got to think some people were underwater, over the last, 3, 4, 5 months in this stock. And this is a pretty good chance to get a lot of your money back. So whether these things continue to go higher from here or not, I don't know. But all I know is I wouldn't be a buyer up here, Joel.
Okay. All right. Let's move on then.
ExxonMobil reporting here this morning. Stock is trading up 82.44 after closing at 81.07. I see some size in the book at 82. I don't know if that's going to come into play or not. Obviously, that liquidity becomes active at 9:30. If it opens up over 82 here, it'll be interesting to see if it can open over 82.
Just one quick note. We topped out in the pre-market at 82.48, so keep an eye on that level.
Procter & Gamble reporting as well, another one of our Big Ten, which we talked about on the Big Ten show, but might as well talk about it here again. Reported inline earnings. Stock is trading actually just down a nickel right now, which isn't good considering how much the market's up, so obviously they didn't love the report. If it did go into rally mode, like we were saying on the Big Ten show, at 66 is huge. I think you'll see some support in the 64 area. You want to give a couple quick numbers again on PG, Joel?
Yeah, see little couple highs here at 65.37. More importantly, in the pre-market, we've topped out at 65.60 and come off that hard. So looks like someone's looking to sell the stock, anywhere above 63.30. Or 65.30, so let's keep an eye on that level as a potential short area. And 64 is huge on the downside.
We got Altria Group, which is symbol MO, reporting here as well. That was a spinoff from Philip Morris. Stock is trading up $27.70 after closing $27.27 at $28. We topped out back in that area if we go back to June of this year, and in May actually, and we also topped back out here a few weeks ago in earlier October. So 28.14 is your 52-week high. Obviously, the 28 is going to be big here, Joel, if it can get it. And even in the pre-market here, I think it was trading up into the 27.90s. So, yeah. And now it's pulled back from that level. So our pre-market numbers are actually showing that 28 to be resistance as well.
I concur with you there.
We've also got Avon Products. So not everybody's having a good day here. They're not liking the makeup provider here, AVP, reporting earnings. Stock is down significantly, closed 23.01. It's trading 20.49, so the stock's down almost 10% here and now. I'm looking at the chart. Looks kind of, we had a nice run up into the earnings. It looks like we're going to give it all back almost in one day here, Joel.
Yeah, it looks like that 1950 though could come into play. That was low back in September. Below, also that matches a low that they had way back in 2009 in this stock. So below this 1950, I'm looking for 1860. $20 psychological may be a good number to try bounce off.
So many earnings here today. International Paper IP reporting here as well. Liking the numbers, 27.54 after closing 26.58. So it's trading up $1 here. It's $28, Joel. This is just an enormous number for this stock. I'm going back. It topped out there 3 times in September. We haven't been back up there since. I would think the first time testing up there, you gotta think it might hold, at least for a little bit of a sell-off after it bounces up that high. What do you think on that $28, Joel?
Yeah, that's exactly where it's topping out in the pre-market. Not even quite that high. The highest it's gotten to 27.60 area. So, maybe try a little pop up to that 28. But yeah, I see those tops that you're talking about. 28, yeah, should be real good resistance in that stock today.
We've got DTG, Dollar Thrifty Automotive Group. We were talking about this about a month or two ago, even on the show we've been talking about this. This was, there was a bidding war for this stock, 6 months ago, and then, Avis drops out. Now you got Hertz, and they're dropping out. So here it is, the stock, they were trying to get more for it back when it was $85 6 months ago. Now it's at $60. So, maybe they should have taken their first offer instead of trying to, milk everyone for a little bit more because, DTG shareholders can't be too pleased, when you had some offers on the table at higher prices here, and now it's trading at 60 with no offers on the table, Joel.
Yes, it seems a real run into real trouble here at the $62 level. Coming back on the downside. Looking at the 2-day low here, the 2 and the 3-day low are real close here. So let's call the range, $60, good support. Below that, 59.5, and then things get a little bit dicey.
Colgate actually reporting here this morning as well. Not a lot of trades here yet, so it's hard to get a feel for whether they like these numbers or not. The CL, if you don't know the symbol on Colgate, 90.75 bid right now. There's been a couple of trades flat at 90.55, 90.54, but it's a real wide spread here right now, 90.75 to 93. So, I don't think the market has really felt out which way, if they like these earnings here or not. Obviously, we're up 2.5% on the market, which would be driving the stock higher. But, if it's only a couple trades trading flat, maybe, It's hard to say whether this is going to hold up here or not. Joel, what's the technical numbers on Colgate?
We got a couple good ones for you here, Dennis. You have the last 2 days highs matching 91.27 and 91.30. So if we can take that out, it looks like you got some clear real estate up to 93. I would watch the unchanged here, 90.54, to see if they like these earnings or not. You definitely have some room on the downside if they don't, down to yesterday's low at 88.74.
Also have Dow Chemical, DOW, reporting this morning. Stock is trading up as well. Closed 26.89 yesterday. It's trading 27.80. So it's up 90 cents. So we got Dow Chemical getting a decent pop. What do you think for numbers on Dow, Joel?
Well, we got the pop in the pre-market. We got it up over $28. Got it up to 28.34. So I think of course, that's going to be your first stopping point. This breakout at 28 it looks poised to do this morning. Above that 28, and looking for that 28.34. Coming back on the downside, if we can't hold this 27.50 level, I'd look for it to pull back and perhaps test yesterday's high.
Waste Management, WM, reporting earnings here this morning as well. Stock has had a great run here over the last month. We bottomed out there just about, 4 weeks ago, $29. Stock's trading now $35.11. So it's up a little bit here in the pre-market. Not a lot, though, considering how high the SPUs are. So I look at the charts here. If this was to pull back, 34 was kind of the breakout area. I wonder if you'd find some support and some buyers possibly back in that 34 area, Joel.
Yeah, there's really not a whole heck a lot above this 35 level, so let's use that as our swing number. Coming back on the downside, 34.83 was yesterday's high. So if we can't hold there, perhaps we'll get back down to that $34 level.
Visa did report last night, symbol V as in Victor. 92.02 is where it closed. It was trading down in the 89s there last night, trading under 90 quite a bit after they reported, but obviously the market driving the stock a little bit higher, so it's only trading down 75 cents right now at 91.23. So they were disappointing results, but the market's holding the stock up okay. I wonder, though, if it eventually starts to give way and crater back to where it was trading last night, which was under $90, Joel.
Yeah, it looks like the market pressed it up to 91.74, so let's use that. That's our pre-market high as resistance. Coming back on the downside, we had 89.60 was yesterday's low, and 90.55 was the 2-day low. But just going back, this 90 area, it just kind of seems like it's been, just hovering above that level, testing the the all-time highs up there in the 94s. So it'd be interesting to see which way this thing breaks out, below 90, break down below 90, or break out above 94.
That's all I've really got for you today. That's all we've got time here for, Joel. There's a million earnings. Make sure you check your earnings calendar. Don't be trading something if you don't know if it has earnings or not. Do a quick check on the earnings calendar. And anything else you want to close with here, Joel?
Just that Globex high, 69.50. Keep an eye on that. Just careful for you people just dying to get long off the open. We've already exceeded our average daily range, so perhaps look for a little pullback off the open. That's our show for today, folks. We'll be back with you tomorrow.